Headlines going wild this morning, scaring the UK, scaring all of us Britons. An attack is likely in the UK. That's what we're seeing. Britain must prepare possibility of an attack on the UK soil. UK must actively prepare for potential war in the homeland. Look at this one. 9 major threats to the UK security as PM issues pleads all Brits with attack likely. Is an attack likely? Yes, I do believe that. Is it new? No. Have a look at this. Threat levels, MI5. Terrorism threat levels. You can go and check this out. Go to the MI5. You can keep up to date with this if you want. You can even set alerts so you get alerted when these changes. But we'll go through this. 5 different threat levels. What does this mean? We have 5 different threat levels to put basically the country at a state of readiness. Because if they don't think an attack is likely, they're not going to send resources and funding to that sort of area. They're going to die it down a bit. If they think an attack is likely, we're going to have certain people on certain readinesses. We're going to start pumping money and get technology up. Low. An attack is highly unlikely. Moderate. An attack is possible, but not likely. Substantial. An attack is likely. The headline was, an attack is likely. Severe. An attack is highly likely. Critical. An attack is highly likely in the near future. So it's pretty immediate threat to life. If it's critical, be prepared, bunker up, an attack is happening. So they're the 5 threat levels. Current national threat level. Like I said, you can all go and check this out. The threat to the UK, England, Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland from all forms of terrorism is substantial. So an attack is likely. That's what it says here. But if you go down to here, it says where it's misleading. The headlines are misleading. National threat levels. Dates, 9th of February 2022, substantial. So since 2022, we've been at substantial. In 2021, we were severe. An attack is highly likely. Substantial, severe since 2019. So nothing's changed. We've been saying this. The heads of sheds of the armed forces have been saying we need to prepare. The government have been lazy, and the people, to be honest, nothing's changed. You should have been prepared anyway. And we've seen little attacks happen here and there. And we know there's attacks likely. The government have known this for a very long time because they're not stupid. If you go to the National Security Strategy 2025, just been released, how we're going to improve our defence, how we're going to improve our security, what we need to do to protect the people, where money's going to be going. And in there, it says we have one of the best national security systems. Why is that? Because they've stopped and prevented 43 large-stage terrorist attacks since 2017 to 2024. That's not little, minor little terrorist attacks that happen all the time. They have prevented and stopped 43 large-stage terrorist attacks in 7 years. That's in the National Security Strategy 2025. Go and have a read of it. There's a lot of information in there. It's about how they're going to increase the money. I'll do a few more videos in it. But basically, by 2035, I think it is, it said they want to increase defence spending to 5%. So they want to double it. Be about another 30 billion, which I think they need to do. Right, before we carry on, please head over to combatreadyhq.co.uk. If you want to remain focused, energised, then we've got you covered. With our Combat Ready HQ coffee blends, we've got 4 coffee blends for you. This is the Battle Brew blend. We do ship internationally. We ship throughout the UK. 4 amazing coffee blends. We've got some merch as well, some cool t-shirts. If you want to support the channel, it really helps support the channel. It helps us put out more great content for you so I can do this more and more. Keep you updated. So combatreadyhq.co.uk. Use code FIRSTORDER15, 15% off. And if you want some of the best supplements on the market, the #1 UK's military supplement company, Combat Fuel. Okay, use code CH15 for 15% off. Both links are in the description. UK must actively prepare for potential of war in the homeland review. Okay, the problem with this is myself and other people have been saying this for a very, very long time. And they say, published today, it is said it was the first time in many years that such an event has had to be considered. This should have been considered always. It's not the first time that we should be considering that there could be loads of large terrorist attacks in the country, that we could be attacked. And what it goes on to here, this article, it goes on about, you know, with Ukraine and Russia and the possibility of Russia attacking us, major attacks from Iran. They're terrorist attacks that would have happened. Iran, in my personal opinion, is not going to come over to the UK and invade the UK in a sense of ships are going to come, swarm the island. You're going to see soldiers running off, paratroopers jumping in. The way if Iran would do it is they would just use terrorist organisations to basically attack us from the inside. But that's always been a threat. Russia. Yes, Russia is a possibility. Do I think Russia wants to come after the UK now? No, I don't. Do they want Ukraine? Yes. Do they want to weaken us? Do they want to attack us in a sense? I believe Russia do. And the way they would do that and the way they are doing it, once again, you'll see it in this article, is cyber attack. Constant cyber attacks. You know, even, you know, PM has said it in words, you know, we've had hostile activity. The review highlighted Russia and Iran as potential threats, including saying that the latter's hostile activity on British soil is increasing in an effort to silence critics as well as directly threatening the UK. That's Iran. Also goes on to say that the amount of cyber attacks that we're having, we need to improve our security around our power grids. You know, our response times to our jets responding to a threat in the air, constantly being tested in the Balkans and the Baltics. It's happening as well. Sweden, Finland, Norway, they're constantly being tested up near sort of the Antarctica, Arctic, etc. It's a constant evolving threat. Russia, technically one of the third largest and was, you know, the third most effective military in the world. Are they now? No. Are they still one of the largest? Yes. Have they lost a lot of people? Yes. A lot of equipment? Yes. But they've got the manpower and they do pump the funding into the military. Is the equipment as good as what people made out? Most probably not. Is it a threat though? Yes. They're more of a threat from, like I said, testing our response times just to see how we react, see if we've got any weak spots, just in case they do need to attack us. Nuclear, obviously a big threat with Russia, and then cyber attacks as well. Constantly testing us cyberly. Constant. Mobile phones, power grids, most probably trying to get into our national databases, etc. Sending in spies into the country. That is a constant threat, and that is something we do need to prepare. But that's just not from Russia, that's just from any nation, especially Iran as well. So, back to the headlines then. Do we need to be prepared? Do we need to be worried? Yes, a little. Is an attack likely? Yes, I believe it is. Is it new? No. I think this is scaremongering and need to reword this in a sense, most probably, or give a little bit more information on it. Because, you know, it comes as, you know, read this here. It comes as MI5 warns a terror attack is likely, war in Europe between Ukraine and Russia, Israel wars in the Middle East, and cyber and espionage attacks from abroad. It's been a threat for a long time. It's been a threat for a long time, sadly. We are not safe in our own country. You know, as sad as it is to say, we are not safe in our own country, and you aren't in many countries now. Once again, that's just due to technology, ease of movement, propaganda, social media, and just the world ain't a very nice place, is it? No, but thank you for watching. You know, be prepared. Always be on the lookout when you're out. Look over your shoulder. If you're going out at night, let people know where you are. If you're going into London, any big major cities, you know, let people know that you're going in. You've got SOS things on your phone now. Make sure you've got emergency contact. So on my phone, I've got an emergency contact. So people who can't get into my phone, if I get seriously injured, they can go straight to like the medical tag and they'll see the emergency contact, and you can contact them and say, look, you know, this has happened. Your loved one, your next of kin, whatever it is, has been injured. So if there is an attack, make sure you've got those sorts of stuff on your phone now, your medical tags. You can put your blood group, etc., any allergy, fill it in. I'm not trying to scare you, but it's nothing new. You know, these attacks have been likely for a very... Thanks for watching. Remember, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you soon.